Good morning. So I woke up today and played around in the stock market, which was nice. I planned to take a nap since I only had like 8 hours of sleep between the last 2 nights, but I couldn't go to sleep. I had stayed up all morning just doing stocks. It was really nice. I haven't done that in a while. Usually I just look at the stock market for maybe 30 minutes or an hour, and then I'm on my phone all day, checking every once in a while, making some moves. So it was great just to lay around and play with Robinhood all morning. I had a pretty profitable week, and I've been posting all my trades on my Facebook group. That's really been helping because I'm able to even cherry pick my trades more than normal. If you're not a member of that group and you want to see what I'm doing in the stock market, click the link in the description and join for free. But right now, I'm done trading. I got everything caught up for the day that I want to. I want to work on this stuff. I don't know if I'll have time. I need to unload my truck and help move a couch. So I'm gonna go do that, and then we'll see what else happens today. But I'm hoping to come back and start working on my aquaponics system, because yesterday we were not able to get this one finished, and I really want to get it done. Right now I have 2 systems that are half finished, and I need to finish one. That one's full of water right now, so I have a limited amount of time before I need to get it running, because I really don't want mosquitoes hatching. The mosquito larvae would be fine, because if I get fish in there before they hatch, it's pretty much free food for my fish. But I really hate mosquitoes, so I need to get moving, and if I can't get that up and running soon, I'm just gonna drain it anyway. But let's go move some couches and see what's going on. I ended up seeing this mower on the side of the road. I talked to him. He wanted $850. We haggled. I got it for $675, which is a pretty good deal. It needs a little bit of work, and I'm going to try and do that now so that I can mow my yard with it, because my yard's getting a little long. The deck has a little bit of rust. It's been repainted, so it looks really nice. Actually, all the paint's really good on this. It's not nearly as rusty as most of these I've had before. It has new wheels, which is always a plus, with the solid rubber front wheels, which is really nice. It has the Kawasaki motor that I've had before, and I love this motor. It's pretty much bulletproof. It needs a little bit of work on the brakes because they're not engaging, but that's a very simple adjustment to do. I'll do that real quick. The sulky needs a little bit of adjustments. I'm probably going to have to cut and weld some things up, but for now I'm just going to tighten down the bolt, and it should work pretty good for now. All the gears work and seem solid. It doesn't seem like the transmission's slipping at all, which I've had problems with in the past with some of these gear-driven transmissions. They said it has new spindles and bearings for the deck, which is really a plus too. Apparently the guy did a lot of work before he sold it. It does need a kill switch. He's just been grounding it to the motor, so that's easy to fix. I'm not going to do that today. Right now I'm just going to do the bare minimum, get it running, and try and cut my yard and see how it does. And it has the safety handle switches, which I've never actually even had on any of my walk-behind mowers. They've always been taken off in the past. I might end up keeping it, or I might try and trade or sell it. I don't know. I'm going to see how much I like it before I decide. So anyway, I got to adjust the brakes. It's really simple. When this switch is pulled all the way shut, it should engage the brakes. It is not. So all I have to do is adjust this here, swirl it around a couple times until the brakes engage. Oh, that is rusted on there. I need some PB blaster. I couldn't tell if it was paint or rust that's making this stuck, but I loosened it up with some PB blaster and a big wrench. A little more for the brakes to engage. It took a couple tries, but now the brakes are engaging when it's fully pressed, and when it's in neutral lock, it still lets the wheels roll. So that's perfect. Now that the brakes work, I can safely get it off this trailer without it rolling away. And there's no chain to hold up the sulky, so I'm just gonna have to do my best not to get it tangled. The brakes are still a little bit too loose for my taste, so I'm going to tighten them up one more turn. Now it's not starting. Huh. Oh, I didn't have it on choke, that's why. And check the gas and I ran out. Well, that's new. I was mowing and the chain broke for the transmission. I have no idea what's going on, but it just slipped off. Hopefully it's not anything too serious. Probably the tension was too loose, but we'll take a look at it. Or maybe that chain was just really old. Yeah, it popped off this drive belt here. Oh, it broke. Okay, it didn't pop off. Ow, oof, a little hot. So yeah, it looks like one of the links actually failed. Doesn't look like it was the master link, but this is an older chain, so I'll replace that, and it will be tomorrow before I think I can get a replacement unless we have one at the shop. Yeah, there's the master link. So it was just an old chain broke. Hopefully nothing's bound up. It looks like it was probably just an old chain and a little too much force for it. So we'll change this up and see if we can get it running tomorrow. That chain's really hot. I don't know if that's normal. I've never actually felt one of the chains from running it. It's probably not too hot. It's just a little uncomfortable to leave my hand on it. I think that's nothing, but we'll put a new chain on it. If it breaks again, that's probably bad news. Okay, really good news. That chain looks like it could have been pretty new, but some of the links are almost frozen. So it looks like it was old, and hopefully a new chain will fix everything. But it does do a really good job striping, and I can't wait to finish mowing my yard tomorrow with it. I only got halfway, so it's gonna look weird until then. While I still had a little bit of daylight left, I worked a little more on my aquaponics system. I got all the biomedia installed and I finished the bell siphon, and right now I'm doing a dry run. Or I guess a wet run? Or a test run, because there's no media in the bed, but I'm using water to see if it's going to siphon and if it will siphon quick enough. It's an external bell siphon, which might be too small for this kind of setup, but I really like the simplicity of how it works, so I'm going to give it a test run anyway. I also ended up putting a smaller water pump on this system just to get that flow down. I think the water pump I used before was sized just a little bit too big, so I went from a 800 gallon per hour to 500 gallon per hour, and 500 gallon per hour should be sufficient for this tote. It's just under 300 gallons of water, I think, in the whole system. I'm using lava rock right now for both my biomedia and the filter bed. I know some of the bacteria will be living in the bed anyway, but I still wanted to have a biofilter. I'm probably going to get away from that as soon as possible, but it's something that was cheap and available, mostly available. I'll put this on here really tight. But it looks like the water's almost to the top of the bell siphon, so we'll see if the siphon initiates. Okay, the siphon did just start. It looks like it's going strong. As long as the siphon doesn't break too soon, and the siphon flow is greater than that of the water coming into the flower bed, will be great. So what I'm going to do is make sure that the siphon breaks at the right time. So it looks like tomorrow, once I do that, all I'll have to do is add the media to the grow bed, I'll add some fish, and I'll add some used biomedia to make sure that cycle starts. I realized the extension tube was up a little too high. Right when I took that off, it broke siphon immediately. So I'm feeling pretty good about today. I got most of everything done that I thought I would, and even a little more. Tomorrow I'm going to go pick up a trailer because I really need a bigger trailer. I had wanted to go to the shop tonight to get the chain for that lawnmower, but it ended up getting way too late. I'm tired. I'm probably going to try and do that in the morning, hopefully before I pick up that trailer, so that it's not sitting out in the yard all day, but we'll see what happens with the time. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know there's a lot going on, but welcome to my life. It's a little messy. Well, we'll see you in the next video. It's going to break siphon pretty high right now. It's trying to break it.